The tether does not snap with a cinematic explosion. One moment your glove is locked around a handrail. The next, the station is sliding away. You reach again and miss by centimeters. In orbit, centimeters are enough. There is no floor, no wall, and nothing solid to push against. The emergency rescue pack comes alive. Its controller lights, but the expected nitrogen burst never arrives. The safer system has failed when it matters most. The suit is still sealed. Pressure is stable. Oxygen is flowing. That is what makes the emergency slow enough to understand and terrifying enough to experience. You are not falling straight down. You and the station are both in continuous free fall around Earth, moving together at orbital speed. The real danger is the tiny difference between your motion and theirs. A slow drift can become an impossible distance if nothing changes it. Mission Control calls your name. Inside the helmet, space is not silent. You hear the fan, the pump, your own breathing, and the radio. Outside the suit, there is no air to carry sound. The broken tether makes no noise as it coils into the vacuum behind you. The first rule is simple: stop wasting motion. Swinging your arms may rotate your body, but it cannot pull your center of mass back to the station. Every desperate movement raises your breathing rate. More effort means more oxygen used, more carbon dioxide produced, and more heat the suit must remove. Training takes over. Hands return to the torso. Breathing settles. The emergency is no longer a fight against space. It is a problem in physics. Before choosing a maneuver, you need to know three things: how fast you are separating, whether you are spinning, and what movable mass you still control. A slight tumble can be more dangerous than it looks. If the station rotates out of view, you may lose the only reference that tells you where to aim. Extending an arm changes how quickly you rotate, much like a skater opening and closing their body. It changes the spin, not the drift. You spread your limbs to slow the tumble, find the station again, then draw them closer to bring the rescue controller into view. The controller is powered. The nitrogen bottle is not responding. One failed valve, damaged line, or empty supply can turn the rescue pack into dead weight. You try one short command. Nothing. A second attempt gives a weak pulse that changes your spin, but barely changes your path. That weak pulse is useful information. The pack is unreliable, not completely dead. From now on, every command must have a purpose. First, point your body so the backpack can push directly toward the station. A sideways burst could increase the separation instead of reducing it. The station looks motionless, but that is an illusion created by distance. Relative motion is still carrying you away a little farther every second. A separation speed of only a fraction of a meter per second does not feel violent. After a minute, it can place several more meters between you and safety. The crew estimates the drift from cameras and station landmarks. The answer is bad, but not hopeless. Slow enough for a controlled rescue attempt. Now the suit becomes your entire world. It must maintain pressure, circulate oxygen, remove carbon dioxide, power the radio, and carry away body heat. The backpack is not merely an air tank. It is a miniature spacecraft built around one human body, and every subsystem has a limit. Oxygen is only the first limit people imagine. Carbon dioxide removal can become just as important, especially if panic drives the breathing rate higher. Heat is another problem. In vacuum, the suit cannot cool you with outside air. Water circulating through tubes under the garment carries heat away. Direct sunlight and deep shadow create severe thermal contrasts outside. The suit manages them, but hard work makes the internal load worse. You check the pressure display, battery, cooling status, and oxygen supply. None are empty. None are unlimited. The rescue clock has several hands. The radio is still clear. The station crew tells you to conserve energy and inventory anything that can be released safely. A camera, a tool bag, and several hand tools are attached to the suit. They are useful mass, but losing them removes options forever. Movement may be painfully small. The heavier the object and the faster the throw, the greater the reaction. But a pressurized suit makes a fast, precise throw difficult. A careless throw can also start a new tumble. If the object leaves off-center, it changes both translation and rotation. Mission Control recommends the simplest mass first, a small tool, released through the center line, only after the body is aligned. You count down with the crew, extend both arms and release. The tool moves one way, your suit moves the other. The change is almost invisible. Then the station cameras confirm it. The separation rate has decreased. That does not mean you are returning. It means you are leaving more slowly. The difference between those two facts is the center of the emergency. A second object could cancel the remaining drift, but each release must be better aligned than the last. The station is now a smaller target. You choose the tool bag. It carries more mass, but it also contains sharp equipment that must not strike the suit during release. The short tether is disconnected carefully. Nothing is allowed to snap back toward the pressure garment. The bag leaves cleanly. Your body starts a slow rotation, but the weak, safer pulse is enough to stop it. For the first time since the tether broke, the distance stops increasing. Stopping the drift is not the same as reaching the handrail. You may still be tens of meters away, with no reliable propulsion left. In this simulation, the crew now has a stable target. That changes the rescue problem from chasing a moving person to extending the station's reach. One possible rescue plan sends a second spacewalker along the handrails, secured by independent tethers and carrying an additional rescue line. No one rushes. A rescue that untethers another person would turn one emergency into two. If its position and geometry permit, the station's robotic arm may extend the rescue reach. It still cannot sweep through space like a crane on Earth. Controllers would have to calculate whether the arm, the rescue line, and your remaining relative motion can meet in the same place. The safest approach would avoid aiming directly at the rescuer. A collision between pressurized suits could damage gloves, visors, or life support hardware. In this hypothetical rescue, the target is aligned with a soft capture loop. One controlled contact is safer than grabbing a moving person. The line is still several meters short. The station asks whether one final weak, safer command remains available. You have enough gas for a pulse, not a flight. The body must be aligned before the command begins, because there may be no correction afterward. The pulse starts. This time the station grows slightly larger instead of smaller. There is no sensation of speed. No wind pushes against the suit. Only the changing size of the handrails proves that you are closing. Inside the helmet, breathing becomes loud again. The crew reminds you that the most dangerous moment may be the final contact. Too fast, and you rebound. Too high, and the loop passes beneath the backpack. Too low, and your boots strike station hardware. You extend one arm only. The other protects the controller and keeps the body from twisting. The glove touches the loop, slides along the fabric, and nearly loses it. The rescuer does not pull until the hand closes completely. Then the line goes taut. The first pull is slow. Sudden force would rotate both astronauts and could overload the grip. The rescuer clips the line to a hard attachment point on your suit. A handhold is temporary. A locked connector changes the outcome. Only after the connection is checked does the station begin pulling you toward the structure. The suit has done its job. Pressure, cooling, oxygen, carbon dioxide removal, power, and radio all lasted long enough for physics and procedure to work. But survival did not come from strength. It came from reducing panic, understanding relative motion, and preserving every small source of momentum. If the original drift had been faster, if the radio had failed, or if the suit had developed a leak, the same plan might not have worked. An astronaut separated from a station would not float forever in a perfectly straight line. Both bodies would remain in orbit, following slightly different paths. Those orbital paths could later cross, separate further, or change altitude relative to each other. None of that helps before the suit's consumables are exhausted. The atmosphere would not rescue you in minutes. Re-entry without a spacecraft is not a survival plan. The suit is built for a spacewalk, not a return to Earth. The real window is local. The remaining life support, the separation rate, the tools within reach, and the rescue capability available at that moment. So could you survive drifting away during a spacewalk? Under the right conditions, yes, but only if the drift is slow and the systems around you keep working. The broken tether begins the emergency. Panic can accelerate it. Physics can slow it. Procedure is what finally brings you home. In space, there may be no ground beneath your feet and no wall within reach. But every object, every breath, and every push still has a consequence. If your tether vanished and your thrusters failed, would you know which movement could save you, and which one would send you farther away?